Want to create an animation like this? Here's a quick tutorial to learn the basics. First, create a new project. I recommend using 4 to 5 and a green screen. Create a new element by clicking on this plus sign and then click there to create a vector drawing. To move your cursor, use the space here and click to place a point. Begin by tracing your shape. You can always import an image to trace above it. Click on this to close the shape. Now, curve all the points with this button. Repeat for every point. Click on the square to move the curve. You can move it around, the other side will follow. Bring them close together to create a nice and regular curve. And repeat for all the other points. To move only one side, press this button. You can now move it without the other side following. However, this button will let you change the size, but the other side will follow the movement. Of course, you can always adjust if it looks wrong. There, now our head is finished. Press this to change the color. You can select your own color by using this option. Always take a moment to check the progress. Now for the animation part, click this to come back to your shape. Make sure you're at 0 to 0. Click this diamond up there. And then add a key by pressing this diamond. A diamond shape should appear on your point. Create a key for every point, including the squares. Move to where you want your animation to end. Again, add a key for every point. Don't forget the squares. Now that we defined the start and end, let's make the animation. Go to the start and modify the shape to make whatever movement. Take a moment to look at the progress. That way, if you notice a mistake, you can fix it. To create an eye, create a new vector drawing. Trace your shape. Don't forget to close it. Change the color. Go back to modifying it. Adjust if needed. Click this button up there again. And add a key for every point at the start. And at the end. Move the points to move the shape. Step back and check. Adjust if you need. Create a new vector drawing for the other eye. Trace the shape. Add the keys at the start and end. And make your movement. Now the eyebrows. Create another vector drawing and create your shape. I recommend using 5 points for a defined eyebrow. Add the keys at the start and end. Move your points and create the movement. This might sound like a broken record, but always check for adjustments. Repeat the process for the other eyebrow and mouth. Now the irises. This part can be a bit tricky. Make sure to pay attention. Create a circle. Color it however you like. For mine, I use a fade-out circle. This black circle is for the main color. Place it at the center if you want an iris like mine. The white circle is for the fade. The closer it gets to the other, the more the fade is seen. Change the colors to yours. To move your iris, click this and move it around with the space here. Change the size with the third icon on the right. Place it towards where your character is looking. for both options, at the start and end. Move it to its original position at the start. Don't worry about it not fitting into the eye shape. We will fix this later. Here's a tip to create your pupil. Select your iris and clone it by clicking those. Change the color to your pupils. You can make it oval or slitted by moving the point at its side. Adjust if the movement feels odd. Look at you now, we're almost done and we are doing so great. Remember, the more you practice, the easier it will get. Check the process again. Now let's fix the iris coming out of the sclera. Select your eye shape and duplicate it. Now group your iris and pupil together. Select the two. And click the first icon at the top. Move the group down by holding this icon. Select your eye shape, its clone and your group. Group it with the first button again. Enter the group by clicking this right here. Bring the duplicate over the iris group. Select the two and merge them with the second icon. Now the iris isn't coming out. Get out by pressing the double arrow at the top left. Looking good. Now let's move on to the second iris. You have to repeat the process again. Create a circle. Color it to your eye color. Make it the right size and place it. Never forget the keys. For this angle, I recommend squishing the iris to create a nice 3D effect. About this amount should be enough. Duplicate the iris to make the pupil. Change the color. Adjust the shape. Adjust if you need to. Nothing is perfect on the first try. Select your iris and pupil and group them with the first icon. Let's fix the eye escaping its socket. Now, select your eye shape and duplicate it. Drag it down by holding the icon on the right. Select your eye shape, its clone and the group. Group them with the first icon again. Modify the group here. Bring the duplicate above the iris. Select the two and merge them with the second icon. There, now it's locked. You have now successfully learnt the basics. Now you can practice this with your OCs. The more you work, the better you'll get. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this tutorial easy to understand. If you have any question, don't hesitate to comment, I will answer. Have fun and a nice rest of your day.